Hey guys, today I'm going to be showing you how to cook a healthy grocery haul as a sports nutritionist and as someone who focuses on whole foods and non-processed foods. Everything that I got today is from Whole Foods, and the only reason why is because I really needed ghee, so I went there today. If you hear anything, that is my puppy. He's upset that I'm not giving him attention, but he'll be helping me cook today. Whoa, buddy! So I just want to show you everything that you would need to meal prep this. And obviously the first thing that you're going to need is containers. You can get them at the dollar store for $1 a pop. Grab like 10 of them. And then what I'm cooking today is I'm going to be cooking just a little bit of ground beef. Obviously not the blackberries, berries, and carrots. So I'm cooking just the ground beef and potatoes today. But while I'm cooking that, I just want to discuss the importance of a balanced diet, and everything here is very balanced. The only thing that I didn't take out of the fridge to show you is the greens such as kale, spinach, because that's just come with that you can add to any breakfast, any lunch, any dinner, and it can dissolve in a saute almost immediately. So containers, garlic, a little bit of natural butter. I get the Kerrygold, and you can get that anywhere. You can get it at Publix. I get the garlic and rosemary butter just because when I do make steak, it tastes absolutely amazing. You don't need a lot. You just need to like cover the pan in it and you'll be good. And then another thing that I got that is really good. Bread is not a bad thing. It's the quality of bread we have in America. Another reason why I go to Whole Foods. This is olive oil bread. So it's all natural ingredients. It's not bleached. It's just flour and olive oil, and they add olives to it, and it tastes absolutely amazing. It's good for you in fiber. So this with eggs in the morning and a little bit of any protein of your choice would be a really balanced meal. The reason why you ingest honey is it prevents allergies because it exposes you to the pollen in your area. This one is local from Miami, Florida. I'm in Miami, Florida. So if you take a tablespoon of this in the morning or add it to your food, you're less likely to have allergies and less likely to feel like crap when it's summertime and when it's allergy season. So if you're an allergy person, get you some honey. It will help boost your immune system. And then the sweet potatoes that I got today are actually Japanese sweet potatoes. The reason why I do this is because the more colorful your potato, the better it is for your skin and hair. So this one is a purple potato. So similar to beets, it's going to release that, but it's also really going to help with my skin and hair. And sweet potato is one of the best carbs. And the reason why is because it has a slow processing starch that your body does not create fat in. So you can eat less of this and still feel empowered. And Bolt, this is not for you. Woo! I've returned. I'm going to include that blooper because this puppy literally knocked over an entire tripod and light ring stand and almost broke everything, but that's okay. I'll feed him dinner after this. It's a little bit too early. So, with a balanced diet, especially if you're trying to lose weight or remain toned, the best thing that you can do for yourself is incorporate whole foods. That includes berries, natural carbs such as natural bread, olive oil bread, sweet potatoes, and natural fats such as avocado, ghee, olive oil. And then for our protein, I do suggest chicken breast, chicken thighs, sirloin steak, and ground beef. If you're budgeting, just get some ground beef and get some chicken thighs. It'll still taste amazing. When you want a balanced diet, your whole focus is to get a gram of protein per body weight a day. The reason why is because protein allows you to build muscle and increases your metabolism. So we do that, and we do 1/4 carbs, and then higher in fat, especially for a woman, it will improve your hormones as well as the way that you're feeling. And then another thing that I suggest, and it's optional, if you naturally get inflamed, I do suggest decompressing your thyroid glands, which is through the ghee stone and natural facial massages. I'll make another video on how to do that. But also a supplement that you can take, you can get this like by the root too, but I find it easier in tea way, is turmeric and ginger. Turmeric decreases inflammation in the body, and ginger increases digestion. So if you have indigestion, I really do suggest that. And then my top two berries are blueberries and blackberries. They're high in fiber, they're extremely low in calories, and they also have antioxidants. So it's going to boost that immune system, make your skin look great, and make you feel great. And then the only seasonings that I'm going to be using today, I tend to stick it light, is onion powder. We're going to cut up some purple onion as well. And this will be for the meat. It's the blend. It's just salt, pepper, and garlic. And then we're going to add a little bit of cowboy butter. This is amazing. If you haven't tried the seasoning already, let me put you on. Put you on. It is absolutely amazing. And then all you're going to need for the supplies is a knife, a cutting board, and a pan. So with that, all we're going to do, shit. Woo, I'm sorry, guys. Is we're going to put the pan on low. We're going to let it warm up. And then after a minute of it warming up, I'm just going to slightly glaze the pan with a little bit of that rosemary butter. And the reason why you get high quality butter, aka things like ghee, is because when you do that, you decrease the microplastics and it's actually natural fat, which you need for your body. So let's get into that. So when you're cooking with anything related to oil or ghee and it's going to be a little bit of a higher temperature, I suggest throwing on a long sleeve or hoodie. The reason why is because you're going to burn the crap out of yourself if the oil decides to splash, if it's too hot and it goes on your skin, or you're going to stain your favorite shirt or your skin. So that's why I changed into this. Obviously, put up your hair and wash your hands before you're cooking anything, because all the cleaning products, all the germs in your house can impact the quality of your food and the way that it goes. So we're going to talk about all of that today while I am cooking. So like I said, I'm going to slightly butter the pan. So literally, I'm not even going to take it off the stick, which is gross, but I only live with my boyfriend and my dog, so it's no cross-contamination. I'm going to slightly butter the pan like this. I'm going to let it cool down before I throw it back in the fridge so there's not butter dripping everywhere. Ground beef. Staple for gaining muscle, staple for feeling great. It's easy. It's easier than steak, and all you have to do is throw it on the pan, season it. Easy. This one is very lean, so it's 200 calories with 4.5 grams of saturated fat, which is needed to grow muscle anyways, with 22 grams of protein. This has 4 servings. We're only making 4 servings because it's the 4th of July, and I doubt that I'm going to be eating a lot in, but it's always good to have healthy food in the house. So normally you can use a pair of scissors, but I'm just going to use a knife because it's what's available to me right now. When we are doing raw beef, I just suggest cutting it open like this so you don't get that all over your hands. And you're just going to squeeze it into the pan like this, and straight into the trash. When I'm cooking ground beef, this might seem like common sense to some may not. If it's your first time like actually cooking with ground beef, I'm going to take something flat like this and I'm going to flatten it out evenly in the pan. The reason why I'm going to do this is because then it's going to cook evenly, and then I'm going to let it sit flat for a few minutes, add the seasoning, and continue crushing it, and then I'm going to flip it all at once. So just give me 1 second while I'm doing that. The reason why I love ground beef so much is because it tastes great and it's so versatile. And because it's such a regular meat, like I can just throw honey and bananas on this, and it's one of my favorite combos. And also for women, you should be eating ground beef at least 3 times a week. And the reason why is because women have a cycle every month where you lose iron, and iron helps with the way that you feel, the quality of your skin, the quality of your health, and the quality of your energy. If you aren't focusing on stuff like that, then you're going to fall behind in nutrition, because a lot of nutrition is based off of lifestyle. So obviously, if you see this, you don't have to buy everything that I'm eating, but this is what works for me and my metabolism. I'm Native American and European, so this is the way that my metabolism works. It might not work for you. There's nothing wrong with rice. There's nothing wrong with beans. A part of a healthy diet is just making sure that you're balanced in the way that actually works for you and your metabolism. So try different things out. What I'm showing you isn't a bodybuilding diet or lifestyle. It's just a maintenance lifestyle of me trying to be healthy and just maintain the body type that I have while just losing a little bit of weight. So I wouldn't even call it a cut. I would call it a lean bulk. But I don't count like my protein and stuff, but that's just because I'm not in a competition. I don't think that's healthy. The only time you should be counting is if a doctor advises you, or if you're an athlete and trying to compete. So we're going to let her sit for a few minutes. And while we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and dice these beautiful potatoes. I'm only going to dice one on camera. I'm going to do the rest off camera. So like I said, the sweet potato is one of the best carbs. Why? because it's so high in starch that it's going to keep you full and slowly metabolize. And also the skin on this is really high in antioxidants, so that's what we're looking for. You can peel the skin if you want to. I don't. And the reason why is because of the skin benefits of the sweet potato. So when I'm doing a sweet potato, the easiest thing that you can do for yourself is cut off the ends first. Oh, I did not know that. Japanese sweet potato is yellow on the inside. Cool. After that, you're just going to cut it into fourth sections. And when you're holding a knife, don't cut towards your body, cut away from your body and push with the knife. So like this. And when I'm holding something, you try to fold your knuckles like this, where it's towards the knife, so then it doesn't cut your hand. So that's a really important tip. And something I would like to talk about and emphasize within nutrition with you guys is that eating less does not mean you're going to lose weight. It's actually eating more of the right things that's going to help boost your metabolism and lose weight. If you eat nothing all day and you just have one meal, you're actually holding fat within your body. So if you're doing that, I'm telling you, the reason why you can't lose weight, the reason why you're not gaining muscles, because you're not eating enough, thus your body's holding on to whatever you're eating. So I wouldn't suggest do that. Same with fasting. I don't suggest fasting. I think fasting is stupid, but the only reason why is because when you're eating every 2 to 3 hours smaller meals, it's going to boost your metabolism and aid with digestion, but we're all different in that. Oh my goodness. I forgot how hard potatoes are to cook, guys. So once I have it, like little circular dishes, if you want, I don't care how you like your potatoes, you can cut them whatever you want. What I do for me and my boyfriend, because he loves French fries, is I actually cut these into little slices. I boil them, like I call it blanching to take away the starches, and then I let it sit and air fry it for 20 minutes, I think on 400, and it creates the perfect sweet potato with no oil, no added stuff. So it's really good. So obviously with sweet potatoes, fries especially, you're just going to cut them very thin. Obviously, the reason why is because they're very starchy, so if you cut them too thick, it's not going to be an actual fry, because if you look at the French fries in stores, they add things to it so then it actually holds stance. So I'm going to do that. But a part of a diet is building it into your lifestyle. So I use whole foods just because I don't like all the chemicals and stuff in my food. But if you like processed foods, if you need protein powder, what I would suggest is doing a whey isolate protein, because whey concentrate, they can put whatever the hell they want in it, versus whey isolate is the purest form of protein that you can get. Same with whey casein. Whey casein is for at night because it's a slow digesting protein. That's not working. Ah. It's a slow digesting protein. Whey isolate goes straight to your stomach and bloodstream, so it's the best form of protein. If you need a discount code on protein, I have 10% off and free shipping. If you go ahead and comment down below, I'll send that to you. So I'm actually not going to cut up the purple onion right now, and the reason why is because my cutting board is full. When you are making anything, especially meal prep, try and cut everything up beforehand. I'm just filming because I want to. Hi, Mr. Bolt. So yeah, another supplement that you can take if you don't want to go the holistic route is ashwagandha and creatine. Once again, I have the discount code for creatine if you need it. Creatine will make you retain water, thus gain muscle, and increasing like neural metabolism, physical metabolism. But the first month you're going to be really bloated. And then another supplement I suggest if you're not getting enough water and stuff in is a amino acid. And the reason why is because electrolytes and amino acid help further hydrate you. And if you're dehydrated, then there's no point of a good diet, because the holy trinity of health isn't just your diet. It's the amount of sleep that you're getting, avoiding stress in your life, living a life that actually makes you happy, and then the meals. So if you're just eating healthy, you're not going to see results. If you're just sleeping a lot, you're not going to see results. You can take all the supplements that you want, but if you don't have a balanced life and you're not happy, you're never going to see results. And the only reason for this is that our bodies are temples, and if you don't really balance it, then you're not going to see the results and optimize them. So that's something really important to keep in mind. And while you're meal prepping, be realistic with how much you're eating. So I like to meal prep for just like 4 days. And the reason why is because if you meal prep too much at once, it can go bad. And I don't like putting things in the freezer because defrosting is very annoying to wait. So yeah. Also, if you haven't watched me before, a little bit about me. I'm Eliana. I run my own business where I teach women nutrition, lifestyle, and lifestyle coaching. I'm also a personal trainer and I run my own business. So the whole point of this YouTube is every day I'm going to start posting more educational content catered towards nutrition for women, balancing your hormones, and workouts that actually work. So with my diet right now, it's what you're seeing. I really only eat lean meat and natural vegetables like this with a little bit of butter or avocado, and then I have maybe 2 slices of bread a day if I'm not having the sweet potato. But once again, it's because it's quality bread. Same with the berries that I eat. It's the ones that I showed you, and if I really want it, I'll get pineapple. And then my opinion on alcohol, you can have it once in a while, but it does mess with your muscle metabolism, but live your life. What I drink is I drink high quality tequila on the rocks, and that's it. And with the goal of this channel, I just want to educate you guys and make this my full-time job, because I realize that school may be for me, but I really want to do something that makes me happy. And a part of that is just educating women on how I've stayed in potato drop, how I stayed in shape my entire life and how you can too. And how I fixed my cystic acne, my IBS, and my depression just by living a healthier lifestyle. So I'll be posting all the hacks for that later today. And yes, potatoes take this long. I'm almost done with the singular potato. And then with my nutrition, I also just want to like break down what I would eat in a regular day. So I stay at home and I cook all day because I love to cook. So in the morning, I don't do overnight oats. I don't need to do any of that because I have a little bit of time on my hands. What I'll do for myself is I will make an egg with 2 tablespoons of egg whites, a handful of mozzarella cheese, a little bit of butter, toast 2 slices of the olive bread toast or my pumpkin seed toast with a little bit of ghee, a little bit of honey, and a meat of choice. So I tend to just do a chicken breast. Then for lunch, I will make a salad. And what I do with that is I'll normally just put a little bit of cold sweet potato in there that I already cooked with carrots, berries, and spinach. And then with the dressings, I keep it quite natural. I stick with lemon, a little bit of ginger, and then kimchi because it's amazing for your gut health. And then for dinner, I'll do the same thing as I do for lunch. And then if I really want dessert, I won't lie, I will get Halo Top or I'll make myself a protein shake with non-fat milk. And the only reason why I do on non-fat milk is because I already get a lot of fat in during the day. But it's all different for everybody. Like you can do regular milk. It's not that big of a deal at all. And then what my workout split is looking like is I'm transitioning to 2 days of Pilates and 3 days in the weight room because I've gotten really bulky and I want to see like my leaner physique again while not spiking my cortisol. So I'm probably going to get my Pilates certification to also teach that. But my workout split is push, pull, legs. And with that, I'm just doing basic Olympic weightlifting with a few accessories. So like, for example, on my leg day, I'm doing German volume training where I'm doing hip thrusts on the barbell, 5, 10 until failure. Then I taper down on an RDL. An RDL is a halfway deadlift that extends your hamstrings. After that, I will do a form of lunge. So I prefer the Bulgarians or walking backwards lunges. So I'll step back and then I will add abs into that and then 2 accessories such as leg curls and what else? Leg curls and single leg RDLs. That's what I normally do, or single leg hip thrusts to end out the time. And then I tend to do about 5 hours of cardio a week, steady state cardio, especially on the Stairmaster. I live on a higher floor in my building, so I just take the stairs instead of the elevator. So that's some of my lifestyle. Another part of my routine that I just started doing is the thyroid massages with the ghee stone. So I do that on my face, I do that on my stomach, and I've already seen a significant difference. Another part of my routine is I only use natural soap that is in tea tree, which makes my skin glow like this. So that's another really important part of my routine. So the beef is almost ready to flip. So what you do is you just crush it like this. And the reason why Pilates, by the way, is so good for women is because it doesn't stress out your body and you use a natural body weight, so you lean out more. Rarely cut it. I was just cutting up the onions, blanching the sweet potatoes for 5 minutes. It's going to sit in boiling water for 5 minutes, remove the starches. And then I realized that my garlic went bad, but that is okay. So I will show you the end result of this food once everything is done. But for now, we're just going to cut carrots and discuss the difference between a diet and a lifestyle. A diet is temporary, which means that anything that you gain from that is going to be temporary because you're not learning anything. You're just doing it to be skinny or gain some weight for a little bit. A lifestyle, which is what I teach, is it's not a diet, it's what you do every day. And you enjoy it and it makes you feel great, it makes you feel radiant. So, the whole goal of what I'm teaching you, you're not on a diet, you can eat whatever you want, but to focus on whole foods that you enjoy so you feel like the best version of yourself. So, don't go on a diet, change your lifestyle. If your lifestyle is impacting you, it's not healthy for you, you're probably just addicted to the chemicals in your food. So try something new, try something healthy, and your lifestyle should be healthy because you only live once, so why not feel your greatest and look your best? So I'll show you once the product is done, and then for more videos like this, I do shorter versions on Instagram, and I'll be posting on Sunday what I meal prep for my client. This is just a little meal prep of what I do for myself. So I'll show you guys the final product when it's done, and I will talk to you guys soon. And by the way, here are the final fries, and let me just show you the crunch on these. Delicious. Here's the beef.